can hear me now, eh? Yeah, you can probably hear me now. That's. These audio issues are killing me, friends. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't mind me. It's too early on a Sunday morning. If I had my choice, I would have gotten up, gone, had breakfast, and gone to bed this morning. But as we're sitting here, getting ready for today's hockey game, friends, it's the Oilers versus the Habs at 10:30 today. So it's 10:30 start for the second day in a row as we get set to hopefully kick some butt. We've been doing pretty good so far. 11 straight games with points, and now all of a sudden another win yesterday puts us in good hands to potentially today take first place for the time being should the Vegas Golden Knights not win this evening. So right now as it stands for the Oilers, the Vegas Golden Knights at 66 points, the Oilers are at 65, and like I said, for the time being the Oilers should be able to get the job done if they win. It's a 1 p.m. start against the Golden Knights and Ducks, so that's where we could really benefit here is the Golden Knights don't play for a little bit, so even if it's short-lived for about half an hour, we could still have first place on the board. Mark, good morning. Welcome to you as well. And Darcy, no trades yet either, no. So of course, what ended up happening, if you're unfamiliar with the situation, as again, all week I started preaching there that, yeah, there's got to be a move, there's going to be a move. And this all stemming back to Ken Holland saying, yeah, if Kyler Yamamoto's coming off of the LTIR, then we're making a move. And of course, all the insiders, Bob Stauffer's like, hey, you know what? Kyler Yamamoto didn't go on this trip, not for the Oilers to not play him on Sunday, so we're all anticipating a move. And then all of a sudden, just about, what was it, Friday afternoon, it was announced that no, Yamamoto's going to indeed stay on the LTIR until about Tuesday when he'll be activated for the game on Wednesday. So what was the thing I kept saying? If you expect disappointment, you'll never be disappointed. Of course, that's our disappointment for the week. And of course, the lamest outcome possible, right? Is the Oilers always find a way to just keep playing it off, playing it off, playing it off. Despite it being inevitable in my mind, they continue to play it off. So that's where we're at right now with this for the Oilers. Is we'd like to see some movement eventually, but unfortunately, it's still a matter of time before something happens because of, well, now Warren Foegele potentially being on the LTIR as well due to blocking a shot against the Philadelphia Flyers. That's something that's happening as well. So keep that in mind. D-Man, do we, when does, can I even talk this morning? Does the team have a shot at Carlson? Well, here's the thing. Everybody asking about Carlson this morning. The Oilers have a shot at Carlson. It's just how much do you want to pay for that shot? I mean, realistically, every NHL team this year has a shot at Erik Karlsson. It's just a matter of how much of a bill we want to pay to make that happen and how much we want to complicate our cap future, I guess you could say. So that's where we'll look for things to change here as the season goes along, whether Karlsson's price drastically comes down or the Oilers find a way to somehow fit him even at a higher number under the cap. Bill, yeah, no worries about turning on the volume. I have a cable connector here and I was plugged into my PlayStation controller instead of my laptop, so that would explain why you had no volume. And when it comes to Jesper Puljujärvi on waivers too, that's probably Tuesday's move, but at the same rate, there is potential for the Oilers to activate activate Kyler Yamamoto and place Warren Foegele on waivers, and that would leave us with nothing but nothing happening, I guess. That's the way to put it, right? Nothing needs to happen if Warren Foegele goes to the LTIR, which is an inevitable likely move in my mind, because of course, expect the lamest result. That's just the way it seems to be going this morning. Stoney, good morning. As we get set for this one, we are just about 4 minutes away from the broadcast flipping over. This guy here in Auburn had to putt across full court putt to hit a car. Hold on, I want to watch this. Give me a sec. Full court putt. Just has to nail it. Ooh, what a shot. No way. Hit it. He hit it. There you go. You gotta watch Sportsnet Central if you get a chance to. That's a crazy little shot. But yeah, friends, it's one of those things right now for the Oilers. We're anticipating something because whether it be Bob Stauffer, whether it be Ken Holland, whether it be Elliot Friedman, everybody all along this season has kept telling us there's a move coming, there's a move coming, there's a move coming. Stay and pay attention, right? Like just keep waiting, just keep waiting. It's gonna happen, and I mean, I'm right there with everybody that's frustrated about the rumors and stuff, but it's just a matter of it's a matter of just waiting for it to happen. And unfortunately, until everything's solved, you got to keep talking about what could potentially happen because just what it is. And Epiphany, I think I missed your comment there as well. Another early game this morning. I'm hurting. Yeah, I'm hurting this morning, but we'll see what happens. Nick, you never get to see me live. Well, hey. Glad that you're able to see me live this morning, and glad you're able to tune in for what should be a good game for the Oilers, right? Like I said, if we took care of business this weekend, we'd be in fine shape. And it turns out if we take care of business today, for at least a little bit of today, we'll be in first place in the Pacific Division. So we'll see how that all rocks out. All right, let's see what else we got. What do we got? We got Joe Opinionated joining into the chat as well. Justin joining the chat. And everybody joining in from where you're tuning in from this morning. We've got coast to coast, quite literally. When you look at Bill tuning in from Courtney, BC on Vancouver Island. And Nick tuning in from Charlottetown, PEI. You don't mind seeing that at all. Everybody across the country. And of course, if we leave it be for too long, we'll end up seeing a bunch of people tuning in from all across the world as well. But as it sits, friends, AB's question: do I think the Oilers are going to get Karlsson or Chychrun? I think we're going to see the Oilers probably go off the board. That seems to be what I'm thinking. I think if you really want my honest opinion, if you didn't catch the Karlsson video last night, is the Karlsson trade talks with Ken Holland and Mike Greer right now are not about Erik Karlsson. They are more or less, in my opinion, a way the Oilers are going to drive down the overall market price for every defenseman on the market this year, right? If you can get the Sharks to budge on the 3 first, 18% retained, and whatever the heck else they want for Erik Karlsson, if you can get them down to 40% retained and just start drilling down the cost a little bit more in the favor of buying teams, then the cost on everybody else should be going down. Can Gavrikov really fetch a first if you're going to give up 3 firsts but get 40% retained on Erik Karlsson, right? There's a ton of little quirks to how the trade market works, and that's just one of them I'd be looking at. Is I wouldn't worry so much about the Oilers pursuing either Karlsson or Chychrun. I'd be more about them trying to figure out how to drill down the costs anywhere they go and choose to pursue. And to Owen's point as well, the Oilers don't appear to be in on Chychrun unless for some reason they were able to pull off something pretty crazy here in the past 24 hours after Chychrun was scratched for trade-related reasons last night. Anyway, let me zoom out my Twitter here and see if there's anything we're missing here because, I mean, everything's subject to change on the whim of a dime, right? So that's where we're sitting. I don't think there's anything really breaking. I would have seen it right away. Not much happening here. And no, I don't think there is anything here so far for the Oilers on the Twitter. Canadiens warm-up line. Harvey Pinard up there with Suzuki and Anderson, Dadonov, Doc, and Hoffman. Armia, Dvorak, and Drouin. Pizzetta, Belezzi, and Yelenin are the top forwards tonight. So that's where we are. All right, game on. But it looks like Gene Principe is going to lead us into tonight's game with chat about the Super Bowl and then the Oilers and Montreal Canadiens. So here we go. That's huge as we get set for what has been a long road trip for the Edmonton Oilers, but now they get an opportunity to try and get this thing done. Obviously, Warren Foegele, yes, Puljujärvi both showing up. Derek Ryan with a goal yesterday as well. all our guys that are kind of our bubble players right now continue to show up when they get questions. So that's maybe also what's making it hard for them to move. Yes, Puliarvi with a big time goal yesterday. And now it's Super Bowl Sunday live from Montreal, Quebec. And oh, by the way, to anyone tuning in here from Montreal, I'd like to thank you great people out there enjoying hockey and enjoying the Oilers on YouTube as well. I got a text message from Patrick, the Oilers fanatic, who is in Montreal for this hockey game this weekend, and he said, "Hey, like, just want to let you know, some people passed on hellos to me, and one of them passed on a hello to you as well. So to everybody in Montreal tuning in tonight, thank you so much for having a little bit of a special part of the morning for me." All right. Gene Principe's got the Super Bowl Sunday spread here. He's going to be pounding the beers before 11 o'clock. Yeah, he can't drink on camera. If anyone's wondering why he's not drinking that beer, you can't consume alcohol as a paid professional on camera. But hey, good on him to at least have it in the set. As Connor McDavid, though, that spectacular move yesterday, just absolutely turning Thomas Chabot inside out. And then, yeah, oh, by the way, Mr. Ryan McLeod finishing that play was pretty huge as well. Let's see what we got. What do we got? I think you guys are just chatting about Chychrun and Carlson, so I'll leave that one be as we get set for this one. Chip in with the offense. 3 goals, 3 of 6 goals yesterday came versus the Senators from secondary scoring. That was a pretty big marker yesterday that, yes, Puliarvi scored, but you got to remember Ryan McLeod and Derek Ryan also scored. McLeod's up to a total of 10 goals on the season, which is fantastic to see as well, because the Oilers are finally getting that depth goaltending and depth scoring, and obviously steady Eddie enough defense to win hockey games. So we're coming together here. And apologies if I'm a little bit tired and a little bit scrambled this morning. You know, here's a hot dog for Gene Principe as well, as relish the opportunity. With the win, can move into first in the Pacific Division. That's what we're fighting for this afternoon. 1 win, and we are back into first in the Pacific Division for the first time in a long time. And you'd like to see the Oilers pull that off today, that is for sure. Here they are, they're hitting the ice right now as Matthias Janmark, everybody's getting set for it. There's Vinny Desharnais and Devon Shore. What? Vinny Desharnais. It looks like Devon Shore might be drawn in today's game in place of Klim Kostin. So now all of a sudden you got another Oiler that could potentially score a depth goal that hasn't scored in a while, and that would be Devon Shore. So just to give you an idea of Devon Shore's season so far this year, just as I'm just generally curious myself, my friends. Let's go here. Stats. I don't even think he has a goal, to be honest with you. That's why I'm checking this. Devon Shore, 3 assists in 29 games this season. So there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Devon Shore back in the lineup for the Oilers by the looks of it. And we could be in first place by the end of the game should we win. Let me see if I can refresh Twitter here. Klim Kostin out. Puliarvi and Fogle are in. So there we go. Never mind. It looks like Warren Fogle is back in. I'm not sure why we would have seen Devon Shore hitting the ice, but I guess maybe just taking a lap in case Warren Fogle wasn't ready to go today. So there we go. Let's get back here and see what we can chat off before we finish this one off, my friends. Not much really to add on the pregame at this point, as the Oilers are pretty much just ready to hopefully kick some butt and take some names here against the Montreal Canadiens today, and then we'll be good to go. And if Warren Fogle does indeed play, that's a huge thing, because as I was joking around there saying Warren Fogle to the LTIR is the most likely move, that would not surprise me, but we'll see. We'll see what he ends up achieving. And Michael, to your comment there about Paul Coffey, I really couldn't tell you. I haven't watched enough of Paul Coffey back in the day with the Oilers to tell you anything about similarities in skating style. Obviously, being that I didn't start watching till 05, 06, you got me beat, that's for sure. All right. One anthem again this weekend. You like to see it. Don't mind me at all. As the national anthem. With the organ at Rogers Place, the Bell Center. Sorry. As we get set for this hockey game, my friends, we're just about ready to rock and roll here. As Vinny Desharnais on the bench there, playing in his hometown, home province. I'm not sure if he was born exactly in Montreal, but I know that he did end up coming back to Quebec for the All-Star break. That's why he didn't get sent down during the All-Star break. It was a chance for him to go home and enjoy some family time for the first time during an NHL season in a long time. Connor McDavid up there on the blue line for the Oilers. He'll start with Cody Ceci and Darnell Nurse. And that'll be where we will be this afternoon. Of course, it looks like Savard's out there for the Montreal Canadiens this afternoon to start with Arbor Jakai. I'll have to remember that one. I remembered that the other day, but you're kidding me if I don't remember it now. As we get set to get through this anthem this morning, then we should be good to go for some good Oilers hockey today, that's for sure. And we are just about ready, my friends, as the Oilers are set to try and take on a 12-game point streak if they can win today, and a share of first place if the Golden Knights lose in regulation or in overtime, and if not, a little bit of first place for a couple of hours before the Canadiens decide, or before the Golden Knights. I'm scrambled. This is going to be rough. Pardon me and apologies, but we'll see what happens. Stuart Skinner in net for the Oilers this afternoon. He will get starting for the Oilers here in second game in 3 games. He's got 284 goals against average, 916 save percentage, 13-10 and 4 on the season for Stuart Skinner. Jake Allen is the man opposing him, 10-17 and 2, 358 goals against average and an 891 save percentage here this morning entering action. And obviously the Oilers would like to light up Jake Allen another time in a row here, as it's always a good time as the Oilers win the face-off. Darnell Nurse will fire it down off of a Montreal Canadiens player. That's Savard over there on the right-hand side of the D line as McDavid gets back to the blue line. The shot comes in high. Puljujärvi's out there with McDavid and Foegele to start today's game. There's McDavid again within the first 25 seconds throwing a hit, which was a big factor in last night's game, yesterday morning's game, whatever you want to call it, as McDavid had quite a few hits. But the Montreal Canadiens able to clear this one back into the neutral zone. This one will be Barrie reversing around to D partner Brett Kulak. Kulak under duress there from Josh Anderson is able to maintain possession. Fire it over to Tyson Barrie, who chips it up the near side boards in the neutral zone. Zach Hyman unable to keep control of it. Nugent Hopkins battling back the other way, but here come the Canadiens into the zone for the first time all game. They're going to fire this one down low and allow for Doc to be taken out by Nugent Hopkins, but recover the puck either way. The Canadiens back in the near side corner, going to get it going here to Dadonov, who's going to work off the side, and a nice centering pass to Doc and a good save by Stuart Skinner to start the game. The point shot coming in trickles wide of the net to Dadonov, and it will go back around the boards to the far side corner. And I am tireder than I thought. And Tyson Barrie defending this here. The Canadiens setting up zone time, looking for an option, looks to the middle, and Stuart Skinner will pop up the glove and make the catch to stop play here with the Oilers under a little bit of duress in the defensive zone. There it is. The Oilers and Canadiens off and running on a Sunday morning. We're $1:30 into the hockey game right now, with one shot on goal for the Montreal Canadiens and one, bigger hit for Connor McDavid. This one will be a face-off, won by the Canadiens. They'll fire it back down. Good tape-to-tape pass, tipped in front, goes wide of the net as Stuart Skinner looks it off to the side and behind. The Canadiens going back into the near side corner. They're going to play it. One time comes right onto the tape of one of the Oilers in front. They're able to clear it out of the zone as the Canadiens continue to pressure here and not allow the Oilers to set much up. Evan Bouchard is going to pick up this puck at his own blue line. Play it ahead to Leon Draisaitl. He busts across the blue line of the Canadiens. Gets to the near side boards and will leave it there and unfortunately not be able to play it off to Connor McDavid before the Montreal Canadiens will just dump it in and head for a line change. The Oilers, with Broberg in their own end, will go D to D to Vinny Desharnais and then up through the middle to Ryan McLeod. McLeod will jump into the zone and try to hustle his way in on the forecheck. McLeod will play it back in front to Dylan Holloway. Holloway plays it off to the side. Couldn't get it going there, and now the Oilers will try and continue to protect this puck in the defense or offensive zone. The Canadiens though bust out, coming up with the defensive recovery back in front. Good play there by the Oilers. Brett Kulak to disrupt the play, and the Oilers were able to shield off the Canadiens back to the boards. This one now a chance for McLeod to chip and chase down the ice, and Derek Ryan now in support of that effort will go against Jack-Eye, who can't get it going. And the Canadiens and Oilers still engaged in a 0-0 game. 17 minutes to go here in this first period of play. Jack-Eye carries it across the blue line for the Oilers. And now the Canadiens will set up the attack. They'll go around the boards here to the near side again. This one's going to be battled off a couple of times there by Cody Ceci. Another hit there for the Oilers. Shot comes in from the blue line. Rebound, scrambles right past Stuart Skinner, who was not ready for that puck, and it will come all the way back to Jesse Puljujarvi, who chips it down to Warren Foegele, but it escapes him, and the Canadiens again come up with control in the defensive zone. The Oilers have really not had the better part of the action here so far. So the first 3.5 minutes of play, the Canadiens definitely coming in, throwing the better chances towards the net, and the Oilers still without a shot. Just about 4 minutes into this hockey game, the Canadiens will fire the shot. Stuart Skinner, the save. And it will be a frozen puck at 3:51 gone in this first period. Friends, I am sorry. I did not expect to be this messed up after getting out of bed a little bit late this morning, but I am struggling. And that's a crazy shot there. That puck just narrowly missed the side of the net and going in. That could have been absolute danger right there for the Oilers. 10-game point streak. I'm sorry, I think it's actually 11 after the Oilers got the win last night. The shot sifted down low again, and Stuart Skinner makes a save off the end boards for the second time in a few minutes here, as the Canadiens doing a good job getting the point shots directly near the net, and that one looks to be offside as Janmark plays it on towards the net, but the Oilers can't get the chance on the goal, and here come the Canadiens again. Harvey Pinard playing it there. He's chopped away, and Zach Hyman will be checked off the puck, and that will be moved ahead by Hyman now up to Janmark, but an icing call against the Oilers. And Matthias Janmark not very impressed with said icing call, but it is what it is, and we'll battle through as the Oilers continue to try and find that first shot of the game. Now 4.5 minutes into this first period of play, Zach Hyman looking here to get it going, and then it'll be Nugent Hopkins taking the face off for the Oilers. He'll draw in, and it looks like he'll be scrambled out, and they'll redo the face off as Nugent Hopkins draws back in the camera shot right from the corner. And this one won back by Nugent Hopkins. Evan Bouchard flips it back into the neutral ice, and this one escapes the Montreal D, but the Habs able to come up with the puck despite the play right on to Jake Allen. And now the Habs will look to make something of this happening right here. 15-20 to go in this first period. They work it ahead. One-on-one the other way. Nice deflection there by Vinny Desharnais to keep it from going on the net. And now a chance for the Oilers to try and... Oh, McDavid's taking a penalty, and he is frustrated. Yeah, McDavid is absolutely upset with that penalty he just took. 15:08 left in this first period of play. Shots are only 2-0 for the Montreal Canadiens, so it's not like either team's really been out there dominating, but Montreal has definitely dictated the play and pace so far this game. And here's McDavid, ends up getting right in there on the hook, and that second hook is actually what drew it. That first one was legal apparently, and then that second one right there drawing up the glove off the stick for the Canadian is what did it right there. So $1:58 to go in this penalty for the Oilers, as they will fire the puck the length of the ice for a clear all the way down to Jake Allen. A weird hop out of the corner, but he was anticipating it. And now Matheson will pick up this puck and work it back to his loading up guy through the neutral zone, Nick Suzuki. Harvey Pinard on the power play as well. And this one will go around the boards as the Canadiens continue to work this puck around. They're looking for an option here, and that will be backhanded all the way down to behind the net. Back to the point now. $1:24 to go in this power play. The Oilers sniffing around, looking for a chance to break out and break away. Maybe right there. Nope, that one a one-timer off the quick pass, and Stuart Skinner the save. And that's a pretty big get for the Oilers, who have been having a pretty good penalty kill thus far. And they've baited the Montreal Canadiens into an offside as well. So there you go. That's a good save from Stuart Skinner. And that was a weird play right there, Matheson. Just a quick chop of that puck. And Stuart Skinner is able to make the save on the play. This one's going to be worked here as the Oilers will fire this one down. Jack-I gets it for the Canadiens. He'll work it back and allow the Canadiens to set up the play right now through the neutral zone. The Canadiens sifting into the zone, can't seem to set it up. Now they do. They've got the shot, shooting lane, and glove save. Stuart Skinner, who's had quite a few saves to start this game this morning, about 4 or 5 of them, with the Montreal Canadiens having 43 seconds left on the power play. This has been a crazy sequence here for the Canadiens, who have just pretty much owned the entire pace of play so far this morning, with 6 minutes gone. Obviously the 1 minute of power play time helps, but yeah, no, it's not been a good start for the Oilers so far, and hopefully they can turn around as soon as they kill off this penalty, if indeed they do. As the Canadiens will work down. They'll look into the near side face-off dot as that one comes. Shot, Stuart Skinner, another save. And now Evander Kane and Derek Ryan have a little bit of a lane. Derek Ryan fires the first shot of the game onto Jake Allen and gets a face-off out of it after it bounces off of his blocker. So there you go, a face-off shot for the Oilers, but one that counts for something as long as they give him credit for it. And this guy trying to get Connor McDavid's stick. And they still haven't credited the Oilers with a shot for that play from Derek Ryan, so I don't know if it's going to be an official shot or not. And now the face-off down, the Oilers win it back. They're going to control as Janmark plays it high off the glass. Canadians, though, come up with the puck almost immediately, and now we'll try to work it out and finish off this power play strong. Jack-I gets it back going to Nick Suzuki, who plays it down to Kirby Dach with 8 seconds to go in this power play as Dach drags to the net. Nice tip play in front, set up for Harvey Pinard, but couldn't get it going. And now the Oilers, with still 0 shots, have killed the penalty at least, and positive signs somewhere in the start of this game so far, as this one comes to the near side boards again in the Oilers zone. Canadians continue to control, and here's McDavid swimming around Jack-I and then throwing a hit on one of the Canadians, and McDavid stays onside. He'll get the puck here from, I don't know who that was, Matthias Janmark, I guess, before the Canadians clear it down the ice and get it out. After a little bit of high flying speed there from Connor McDavid, trying to pressure him. McDavid's still on the ice, but it looks like he's going to rally to the far side boards and potentially think about a line change here. No, he sifts over the blue line, so there you go, he's on the ice still. But the Oilers just cannot seem to cross the Canadiens' blue line cleanly. And that's kind of what's costing them so far in this hockey game. 12-13 to go. Shots are now 6-0 for the Montreal Canadiens, who pick up the puck behind their own net. 11 game point streak, tied for 6th longest in franchise history. Here's a Canadiens shot and a nice save there by Stuart Skinner to steer it wide. Skinner doing his job so far this morning, and that's the same thing against the Philadelphia Flyers. As if it wasn't for Skinner, the Oilers wouldn't have been able to pull off a point, and the puck's still loose, and the Canadiens have scored after an absolutely embarrassing play trying to give the puck to Stuart Skinner to cover it. He wasn't ready for it, and the Oilers just absolutely just gifted one to the Montreal Canadiens right there. That's I don't know how to exactly describe that one. Just watch this play here. The Oilers backhand it. Barry plays it right back down to Stuart Skinner, who was not ready for that puck to come on the net from one of his own guys. And then the scramble in front ensues, and the puck ends up in the back of the net. So that one's just a double deflection right onto Skinner, who maybe if Kulak hadn't touched it, would have been able to cover up that puck. But Elias has scored his first career NHL goal, it looks like, as he looks to be fired up about that. So now we just hope it's a wake-up call for the Oilers and they get engaged in this hockey game. Hey, you know what? We ended up giving up the first goal against the Flyers and still got a point, so we won't worry too much about it as of yet. We end up down 3-0 at the end of this first period. Then I'll be concerned, but we'll see what ends up happening here for the Oilers as the Canadiens will fire this one across. They're looking. The one-timer comes, fanned on there by the Canadiens. Now the Oilers are going to come to the near side boards, try and come up with this puck. It's chipped ahead and into the neutral zone. Belzile? I don't know how to actually say that, but is what it is. And hey, you know what? Pizzetta picks up an assist as well. Here comes Cody Ceci. Ceci will play this one ahead off of a stick, and the Canadiens are controlling this game for the first 10 minutes, 8-0. The shots on goal as it currently stands. The Canadiens able to transition out of the zone again and get it down deep into the Oilers' end. Vinny Desharnais. Oh, by the way, guess what? I didn't drink a BioSteel today, so blame me. But Mr. Stuart Skinner plays this one off to Philip Broberg. Broberg will backhand it ahead up through the neutral zone, and this one's going to be backhanded again by the Canadiens, and now allow Warren Foegele to set the attack up. And it looks like Warren Foegele has drawn a penalty against the Montreal Canadiens for interference. And there you go. That's Matt Belisle. I think it's Matt Belisle, but it is where we're at. So that goal, right? Obviously it sucks, but I'm not going to get too beat up about the first goal of the game going in, as we know what the Oilers typically do when they allow the first goal of the game is it's about a 50-50 chance still after that of winning the hockey game. So I'm not at all too concerned as of yet, and friends, that is where we're going to get our first commercial break of the game. So I'll send you an ad quickly, and we will check that watch time, which is quickly doing its thing so far here this morning. Let me tell you, we could crush this for sure. And that's Flipper Dude. To your point, unfortunately, I don't have any BioSteel in the house, and I don't think there's any BioSteel at the gas station here in town. It's something that I've been hoping they'd start stocking, but they have yet to do to this point. 18.9 hours 18.9 hours watched on the stream so far, so thank you folks for tuning in this morning and actually spending some time with me. It's pretty crazy to think that we're crushing it off that good. And Jack, where are you seeing that? I didn't see that. I'll have to refresh Twitter here and see if I can find that. That's unfortunate if that is true for Forsberg. Let's see what we got. Alex Belisle scores his first NHL goal. Sorry, not Matt Belisle. Alex Belisle. Belzile or whatever. Scores his first NHL goal at 31. That is crazy. He's played a lot of games for the Canadiens over the past few years, but he ends up making his NHL debut a couple of years ago and now suddenly getting the job done. Don't mind that at all. And yeah, that's where we're sitting right now. Alright. As that's, yeah, they're talking about that chance for Alex Belzile. And it looks like Arbor Jacki has taken the penalty. Of course, that would make sense against Warren Foegele for that interference call. And now the Oilers look to get right back into this one because of the power play, despite the power play not being a very powerful thing at all. And here's Draisaitl right to the middle. Chance there, 3 chances, 4 chances for the Oilers to crack one on net. And I don't think they even ended up with a shot at net in the first 9 seconds of that power play. They did get credited, never mind. They did get one on net. Here's a chance from Nugent Hopkins. He sifts it over to Connor McDavid on the block shot pass, and now a chance down to Leon Draisaitl, and the Oilers have absolutely cranked up the ante here on the Montreal Canadiens here on the power play, funneling pucks towards the net and looking to have their best chance of the game so far. Leon Draisaitl gets it over. There's a chance now for Nugent Hopkins, plays it in front, and that's another denied chance for Zach Hyman, who just could not deflect that off the tape. I think he bit it in the knee. Here's Draisaitl flubbing up on the puck. Barry comes up with this puck. He'll get it across to Connor McDavid or Nugent Hopkins or somebody in front, play to Draisaitl, and finally that one it will be cleared out by the Montreal Canadiens. This one torn down back into the Oilers zone, but quickly ripped out by the Oilers and back the other way to Leon Draisaitl. As Connor McDavid carries through, shimmy shake move right there, couldn't get around the defense. And now suddenly this power play is winding down into a matter of nothing. Stuart Skinner another save there. So that one bites him right down onto the crease. And now Darnell Nurse and the second power play unit come on the ice here, and that's another player taken down there. And Evan Bouchard plays it around, and now a chance for Bouchard at the blue line again over to Darnell Nurse. Nurse will play it on down to Evander Kane. Kane back to the blue line for Bouchard. The shot winds up and blasts. But the save there for the Montreal Canadiens with 10 seconds to go in the power play as Nurse plays it ahead. That's going to be over to Warren Foegele. Foegele can't seem to get that puck going. It'll come back to the blue line. Bouchard will load over to Kane. Kane back to Bouchard. The shot comes in. Side of the net. Rebound. Couldn't get it going. And the Oilers were that close to busting this one back to a 1-1 game. But there you go. That's about as good of a power play as you can get without getting a result. Puljujarvi, a good shot on net. Couldn't beat Allen though. And then he'll fire a check into there on one of the defensemen for the Canadiens. A nice stick tip play there by Puljujarvi to force the shot that wasn't wanted from the Canadiens. All of a sudden the Oilers are absolutely moving their feet all just magically out of nowhere off this power play, and it's led by Puljujarvi, Dylan Holloway, and the company, as that's the centering pass. The one-timer from Vinny Desharnais, he can't get it going. Now Brett Kulak will try and play this one on down to Derek Ryan. Ryan will go around to Puljujarvi, far side boards, back to the blue line, now to the near side. Vinny Desharnais, tip in front. Derek Ryan still trying to play this puck. He'll knock it down and into his gear a little bit, so he gets it going. And that Ben Stelter Fund 50-50 is now up to $1.45 million, my friends. That's what we just got the update on. And Vinny Desharnais playing this puck. He will work it out to the D partner, Brett Kulak, who will go ahead but turn it over there to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And now a chance for the Oilers to play this one out of the zone, should they be able to keep this one away from the front of the net. This one's going to be worked, tipped there, as nice play there by Desharnais. Kulak can't free himself up from Doc. And Montreal is all over the Oilers right now in the zone. 6:26 to go here in this first period. The Oilers unable to escape the zone. Shot fired down again. And it's going to be Nugent Hopkins picking up this puck. He's going to fire it out into the middle of the ice, as all the Oilers on the sheet looking tired, need a change. Friends, I'm going to be needing a change here after this first period of play. Let me tell you, I don't think I'm at all near 100% this morning. And the Oilers will obviously get that change. Now it'll come back the other way as they'll tip it back into possession for Evander Kane, who goes across to Connor McDavid. The puck misses him. Broberg fires it down all the way around the boards to Kane again, and then Draisaitl goes back, high point to CC across to Broberg. Broberg fires the shot, and it fired right through the crowd and almost landed in the net, but somehow just skittered wide with 5:35 to go here in this first period of play. And as well, I could use my television screen not lagging as bad as it is. That's really messing with the eyes. I'm going bug-eyed here. But here's a chance for the Canadiens. Backhand right in front. And another save for Stuart Skinner. That was a grade A chance there for the Canadiens, and a nice kick save by Stuart Skinner, as that's another Leon Draisaitl push into the zone, but that's about the best they can do. And the Oilers continue to have possession of the puck as it's picked up there by Dylan Holloway to Connor McDavid, who's denied by Jake Allen. The Oilers, though, come up with the puck again. Yes, Puljujärvi out there with Dylan Holloway and Connor McDavid. The shot fired down. Can't seem to get it towards the net cleanly before it's cut off by the Canadiens. All right, this one's going to go around the boards. 4:38 here in the first period. And this one will go around and back to the neutral zone here. 4:26 to go. 11-6. The shots on goal. 1-0 for the Montreal Canadiens. With 4:15 left as they will look to work this puck out from behind the net. This one goes D to D. And cut off there. And now Zach Hyman tries to play this puck. Warren Foegele gets it across the blue line. Ryan McLeod around down low to Zach Hyman, who takes a hit and is able to make the play, but the Canadiens come up with it almost immediately, and it goes down the ice to Stuart Skinner, who will dump it off to Brett Kulak. Kulak plays it ahead, and this puck, though, comes out of play, and the Oilers and Canadiens will have a break in the action. My friends, welcome to Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for hanging out this morning. My great pleasure to have you along. If you're new to the channel, I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button here on the channel. I'd love to have you stick around for more Oilers chats and stuff all throughout the season. We've been crushing along so far this year, let me tell you. And I'd love to have you along for more. And yeah, just give me a sec here to give you an updated subscriber number, as you don't have full access to the full number anymore. How about 10,525 subscribers? So it was just yesterday we hit 500. And now we're already a quarter of the way to 600. Hey, don't mind me at all. So thank you to everybody that's hit the subscribe button without me asking here on the channel today. And with that, let's continue on into this stream. So I'm just going to take a quick look to see where we're sitting as things are coming together. Obviously, what do we got? We've got some not much happening here so far this morning. It was a quiet morning on Dolynny TV. Quiet Sunday morning, that is for sure. But looks like we've picked things up this morning and done pretty well to get things rocking and rolling. But yeah, that's just where we're sitting as it currently is for the Oilers. Just wishing we could get that next goal. That's really all I care about. Let's go out and get that next goal. Why not? That'd be a nice get for the Oilers, but as well, I'm going to need to go quickly in the intermission, go make myself some oatmeal like I did yesterday. Thank you to everybody that was here yesterday and allowed me the time to go grab some oatmeal. That was fantastic. Somebody mentioned it in the chat earlier in the first period, and then I realized I had some in the cupboard, and it was a really good go. But the Oilers getting dominated here so far by the Montreal Canadiens. Obviously would like to change that here quickly, so we are looking for them to get that going here shortly. But we are up to 27.7 hours watched on the stream, friends. Thank you so much to everybody that's been a part of that so far. It's been fantastic to be watching everything come together here for us on the channel, and obviously things really rolling yesterday, finishing with 157 hours. So trying to outdo that goal from yesterday, try and get up into the 160s right now. Dodge, it is Stuart Skinner who's in net for the Oilers, and of course if you're looking to blame Stuart Skinner for the first goal, if anyone is, I would not be blaming Stuart Skinner for the first goal if you just tuned in. It was unfortunately a really bad play by the Oilers, double deflecting it onto Skinner, and then it got loose in back of the net. It was one of those stupid plays by the D kind of deal. But here's the Oilers loading up. Oh, Broberg side of the net. Nugent Hopkins just about cashed it there, as that one just somehow became nothing out of something, or something out of nothing. Both ways you could use it. And here's 6-on-5 for the Oilers as they've drawn a penalty. And here's a chance as everybody's in. All 11 skaters are in the defensive zone of the Montreal Canadiens. Something you don't get to see too often for the Oilers is possession. 6-on-5. Draisaitl plays it down. Nugent Hopkins is able to play that puck, but they will indeed blow it down. So there you go. It will be a power play now for the Montreal or for the Edmonton Oilers, sorry. So here we go, right? With the last few minutes of the period, the Oilers have a chance to get it back to 1-1 again on the power play. And oh my goodness. That is so weird. There's been 2 off-puck interference calls by the Montreal Canadiens so far this game. Interesting. 2 minutes on the power play for the Oilers. Mike Hoffman will go off for interference. I wonder if he's got a cold BioSteel in there I could borrow. 2:58, so we'll have 58-ish seconds left to play once we get down into the end of this power play if the Oilers don't score here. And of course, had to touch my nose. You know who I was touching before the game? I was touching the cap pre-game, so now my nose is going to be just itching me. And I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like they've got the wrong guy. Okay, sure. Jay Woodcroft trying to talk to Glenn Gulletson about what's going on. As this will be 63, sorry, Dadanov will go off for the Montreal Canadiens. And Hyman with 13 power play goals this season looks like he would love to try and get one for the Oilers here. As here's Connor McDavid against Nick Suzuki. McDavid wins it back. Now Tyson Barrie will play this puck here over to Nugent Hopkins. Nuge will go back to Barrie. The shot comes into the front of the net, but it goes tipping wide. And Nuge will come up with this puck being harassed there by the Montreal Canadiens penalty killers. This one again, good play by the Montreal Canadiens penalty killers to fire this puck down the ice. 12-8, the shots on goal for the Canadiens. The Oilers have made a game of it here, but they're down 1-0. And they'd like to trying to change that here in this power play as McDavid sifts back into the zone. Here's Draisaitl. McDavid goes into the middle, and he almost had a backdoor tippity-tap on a failed pass. But the buck 18, it's a full length of the ice clear as Barrie will come up with his puck. Barrie carries through, and that'll allow Connor McDavid to wheel through the neutral zone. He's going to play that puck off to Nuge. Nuge looking for a passing lane. Nuge can't come up with it. And this one will be fired out again by the Montreal Canadiens right now as they just loft it down into the near side corner. Great bounce right onto Barrie's tape. Barrie will leave it there for Nugent Hopkins, who goes ahead to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl carrying across the blue line. He's reefed down, but he's able to come up with the puck. And that one will come free for the Oilers. They're able to keep it in, however, and this one continues to come back to the point for Bouchard. Wide open man on the far side as McDavid tries to step around. Nugent Hopkins trying to keep things going as this one McDavid will go here to the one-timer for Draisaitl, clubbed wide, and 20 seconds to go in the power play. And that will do it for the first unit for the Oilers. And now Darnell Nurse comes over and takes the puck from Evan Bouchard, who will look to see if they can get anything going. Darnell Nurse fires a shot on net. He gets it going for shot number 9. Another one-timer opportunity here for Warren Foegele. He falls down, and we've got exactly 58 seconds as this one goes ahead for the Oilers with another empty power play right now. This one will be chipped here by Kane down low. Evan Bouchard taken down there as he tries to keep this puck alive. He'll push it all the way back to Stuart Skinner, who will play this puck off to the near side corner. This one will be a turnover for the Oilers. The shot, and Stuart Skinner absolutely gloves that one down. That was an absolute rip from the high point, and Stuart Skinner just snags it. I mean, snags it out of air, no problemo. And the Oilers continue to be down 1-0. Let's look at this one. Hoffman comes across, and look at that. Stuart Skinner, the old window washer glove save. And he's 1-0-2 in his last 3 starts, 192 goals against average. And the Oilers continue to try and play this puck here, as this will be worked here as a chance back to the blue line. Jack-Eye plays the puck. He can't get it going. This one will be for Derek Ryan, who can't get it across the blue line either to escape the zone, and Stuart Skinner makes another save here. And the Oilers, again, still getting the worst of it against the Montreal Canadiens this morning. And we'd like to see them try and get something going here as this one just goes down, tipped right into Stuart Skinner with just only a few seconds left here in this first period? First period, yeah. And Stuart Skinner's 2-0-0 with a 250 goals against average against the Montreal Canadiens in his lifetime. So things still looking positive here for Skinner as long as he keeps it around that 2.5 mark. As Cody Ceci will play this one down. That will wind down time in this first period intermission. Friends, before I send you an ad, I'd like to thank you for being along for the ride so far through the first period of action. If you're new to the channel, again, a reminder, please consider hitting that subscribe button and stay tuned for more Edmonton Oilers discussion here on the channel. And with that, I'll send you an ad and I will head to go get some oatmeal quickly. Alright, friends, let's just quickly, as we're just waiting for the oatmeal to cook in the old microwave, they're doing it the lazy way today, wrap up that scoring summary right now. And of course, the Flyers are up 1-0 on the Seattle Kraken, so that's a big get for the Oilers. And obviously, the Canadiens, though, up 1-0 on the Oilers is not a big get at all. We'll go wrap up this scoring summary, and then I'll go eat the oatmeal, and we will be back to intermission coverage here in a matter of moments. I promise you that much. As it was Alex Belzile. I honestly don't know how to pronounce it, but from Michael Pezzetta, it was Belzile's first career goal at age 31. Michael Pezzetta gets the assist, and Connor McDavid took a hooking call. Arbor Jacki took 2 minutes for interference, so did Evgeny Dadonov. And the Oilers got dominated 13-9 in the shot department, 4-3 the hits for the Canadiens. The Oilers absolutely won the faceoffs 10-3. And how about this? The giveaways and takeaways strongly in favor of the Edmonton Oilers so far, as well as block shots. So Montreal definitely had a pretty good period that period, but hopefully we'll see things turn around here in a little bit. I'll be right back, friends, and we'll get to intermission coverage in just a matter of moments. All right, there we go. We're back to action, ready to rock and roll, my friends. Oop, nope, that's the scoreboard. Nope, that's me again. There we go. Good to go. Oatmeal's crushed. We are fine and flying and dandy to get going. Like it's a reminder, it was Alex Belzile who scored the goal for the Montreal Canadiens to kickstart this hockey game so far. So that's where we sit after one period of play. Nothing really happening for the Oilers so far, other than a good period from, of course, Stuart Skinner, who had like 13, 15 saves or something crazy like that. And he continues to dominate for the Oilers in net. Anyway, box score. Let's go check some ice time, as I'm sure we might be genuinely curious. Oof. I don't know why I run through the house when I have to come back down here. I really don't know why I do that. Guys got to get back on the bike a little bit more. The D, everybody was playing pretty much 4 or 5 minutes on the defense. Warren Foegele played 4:59. Dylan Holloway played 3:04. Zach Hyman played 7:23. Connor McDavid 8:17 of that first period. Granted, there were 2 power plays, so that makes sense. And the Oilers haven't got a goal yet, but Derek Ryan 3:48 and Jesse Puljujärvi 4:20 on the game so far. Not bad at all. As looks like the Oilers dominated the face-off dot quite heavily. Nobody has less than a .667 winning percentage in the face-off so far tonight, so you don't mind seeing that at all right there. The Oilers have 11 face-offs, 1 to the Canadiens, 3 so far this morning. Again, good morning. To anyone that's tuning in for the first time before I came back from eating oatmeal, thank you for being along for the ride here this morning. And I really appreciate you being along for that said ride. Just had a moment of back pain, twinge of back pain in my spine. But that's where we're at right now. And that's where we're at. Keegan, welcome in. Coolid, welcome in. And yeah, that's where we're just waiting right now for the Oilers to get back to action here. But of course, we're going to have our message from the Ben Stelter Fund today. And yeah, Oilers legend Ben Stelter, and that's I don't know if it's going to do it to me again today as it did yesterday and the day before, but it was pretty tough moment here in the first intermission yesterday talking about Lil Ben, but obviously I think they're talking right now about the jerseys that'll be on sale for the Oilers at the Oilers store downtown Edmonton there. And we'll see what ends up coming out of this here. I'll keep you updated in a minute. But I really don't think there's much else to add to this intermission other than the fact the Oilers are down 1-0 and need a much improved effort in the first few minutes of that second period to hopefully come out with a much improved result after 2 periods of play, that's for sure. And just as everything's coming together here for the Oilers, we'd like to obviously keep an eye on the Seattle Kraken as well. Kraken, who are down 1-0 to the Philadelphia Flyers right now. That's a pretty big get for us right now. Obviously, though, we're down 1-0 to the Canadiens, which is a tough get. As it is, though, sitting, what do we got? Stuart Skinner rocking a .929 save percentage, and as well, Jake Allen 8 for 8 on shots against so far. So we'll see what comes of that for the Oilers in this second period of play. Friends, maybe update you on the watch time a little bit here if we can, just as we're crossing into that last little bit before hitting that high mark. And sorry. Oof, forgot about that moment. Anyway, 43.7 hours watched on the stream so far, friends. So that's where we're sitting as we continue to chug along here on the stream today. Looks like the mega early bird prizes today for the Oilers 50-50 is Juno Awards 4 PCL Loge tickets, $500 for Skip the Dishes, or $1,000 for the Ice District Authentics Oilers team store. If you need $1,000 for the Ice District Authentics team store, that might be the play today, is to throw down $50 on the old Ben Stelter 50-50 and see what you couldn't do to either come out with $1,000,000 or come out with a big old 50-50 minor prize like that $1,000 for the team store. Not to advertise, but again, if you're over 18 and you have the ability to do as such, I don't see why you wouldn't today. Yeah, let's see what we got going on here. I gotta take a drink of water. I gotta remember to do that. That was kind of the problem there in that first period of play. And let me see. My cat thinks there might be a spider on the floor. Is there a spider over there, City? Is there a spider over there? Sit, sit. Here comes the little three-legged guy. Come here, little three-legged guy. Come on. Come on. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Talk about touching the cats, right? There we go. Good little city kitty. Perfect. We're good to go. I've got the cat cuddling for this intermission. We should be fine and dandy the rest of the way home, friends. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to really add to this. This is the problem. The Oilers really didn't give us much anything good to talk about in that first period of play. Obviously going 8 minutes or whatever it was without a shot, and then somehow being able to get 9 shots on goal by the end of the period was a good solid finish, but need a little bit better here in this second period of play. If we can be out-shooting the Canadiens, be up on the Canadiens by the end of the period, I'm going to be pretty happy, and hopefully things do turn out said way. Whereas, like, yeah, Jesse Yellinen has been added an assist on the Belzile goal as well. So there you go. That's been updated. Jesse Yellinen has been given an assist on the goal, and the Canadiens have those 14 shots on net. We're good to go. I think everything's understood here, friends, and we should be good to rock and roll here in this second period of play. Let's see what we got going on here. Sorry, I'm just petting my little kitty here. He's a pretty happy guy. I'm sitting up here in my lap this morning. It's usually part of the routine about this time every day. He comes down here into the basement and sees me and hangs out for a little bit. Obviously, usually when I'm trying to record a video, and that's always a little bit of a pestering from him, but it is what it is. My little three-legged guy here, eh? Anybody? Yeah. Anyway, friends, I don't know what to tell you here after one period of play. Is Joe's got a theory there in the chat for you, saying that it's just not enough puck management and not enough hitting. But for the Oilers, the hits were 3-4, so not like the Canadiens were out there pushing us around. And the giveaways are actually, the Canadiens have more giveaways than we do, so that's where the numbers don't necessarily support that unless you're talking about loose puck battles. So that's really all that is. But that's again where I'm just, you know what, bad period, brush it off, go win the next 2, you're good to go. And that's kind of where the Oilers should be able to do this afternoon, is just come out with a good effort in the second, and away we go with a big old victory. As we will be back to game action, so give me a sec. I'm going to run upstairs quickly, and I'm going to go grab some more water, and I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. We are just about set for this first period of play to wrap up officially with the first intermission ending, and then this second period starting up. And Daniel Jacob talking about Vinny Desharnais, who goes to the Jacob Hockey School. So we'll see what comes of this second period for Vinny Desharnais and the Edmonton Oilers, and it would be magical. We know Desharnais doesn't have a career goal in the NHL yet, so you'd like to see maybe Vinny Desharnais score his first career NHL goal today. Yeah, no, this is my Bill. This would be my ball hoodie. This is our Pirates hoodie for what was our alternate logo turned into our regular logo, actually. 1955 in the second period. As the puck is down, the Oilers won the face-off, and it looks like Canadiens are going to battle here. And Vinny Desharnais doing a good job, absolutely crushing it at the NHL level so far today. Obviously for Desharnais, getting in the lanes, blocking shots, and doing his thing. As Zach Hyman gets this going down low. Leon Draisaitl will come out to play this puck and try and battle here against the boards. He will get it going over to Dylan Holloway. That's a shot from Darnell Nurse that never, ever got anywhere near close to the net, and that will be an icing call against the Montreal Canadiens right here, right now. And this one, Belzile. There we go. Belzile is how you pronounce it. Perfect. Now I know. And 7th oldest player in franchise history to score first NHL goal, Matt Belzile, for the Montreal Canadiens, and they will take the face-off in their own end here, looking to avoid an Oilers attack with Nugent Hopkins and Fogel and Janmark on the ice. Here's Nuge coming in, roughing up the defense of Jackay, and he will play it ahead. This is a great play there by the Oilers to keep this puck alive and spin it back into the Canadiens' end rather quickly. Fogel turning over the puck to Janmark. Janmark's going to come around the net back to the blue line. D to D, the Oilers go. Kulak near side. The shot fired, drifted over top of the net. Comes back, and this will be chopped down again by the Oilers and then chopped out by the Canadiens at long last. This one fired in again. Comes right in front to Jake Allen, but it's a nice nifty play pick up there by the Montreal Canadiens, and they're able to keep the puck alive, and now they've stretched the Oilers thin. Kulak, though, a big play, and for some reason I don't know if you're all seeing this, but we've got the monitor screen up on. Wow, that was a little peek behind the scenes there. The little old display monitor sign, and it looks like the broadcast might be planning on going to the Montreal Canadiens bench here sometime soon. But that's where we're sitting right now. Philip Broberg battling there against Josh Anderson. Kane tries to come up with the puck, and Stuart Skinner will glove it down. So, Keegan, welcome in. And Shane, welcome in. And then Roger, to your question there about Chychrun being traded last night. Chychrun was not traded. Right now, he is just being held out. It's either we see the trade today or we see the trade tomorrow for Jacob Chychrun. Sometime in the next 24 hours is when I would expect to see the trade for Jacob Chychrun. 18:07 to go here in this second period between the Canadiens and the Oilers. The Canadiens lead 1-0. This one's going to be a battle to the near side boards. Vinny Desharnais sees it chipped out into the neutral zone. Canadiens come up with this puck. The Oilers so far looking a little bit better here in this period as yes, Puljujärvi is absolutely hammered to the eyes. And this one now a big run there by Kane to defend his guy Puljujärvi. This one will be chipped around the boards as the Oilers kind of open up here, trying to separate. Darnell Nurse getting in there, trying to check this puck free. He's going to battle it ahead. Nice play by Evander Kane to get it to an open wing where Connor McDavid chips it high. Bad turnover though. Looked like it was going to be a good play, but Nurse and McDavid did not communicate clearly enough. And the Canadiens come up with this puck and are able to chip it down. Another save there for Skinner. He's scrambling around trying to come up with his puck, swimming. And the Oilers are able to battle it to the far side corner thanks to Vinny Desharnais' big frame. That was a big time game play by Vinny Desharnais to just push the puck into the corner with the man. This one comes all the way down to Stuart Skinner, who chips it off the boards. And this one will go to the far side as the Canadiens suddenly starting to buzz around the Oilers zone here a little bit. And now Philip Broberg will get this puck going, and it looks like Matthias Janmark has fallen on one of the Canadiens players. Sorry, that's Darnell Nurse falling on Nick Suzuki. Puck right in front. The Oilers again able to get it going out from behind the net, but the Canadiens still with the puck. The shot coming will be blocked in front. And this one will be chipped out by the Oilers to the blue line again, and still kept in by the Montreal Canadiens. The Canadiens absolutely flooding around the zone here. And this one still in the Oilers' end. And Derek Ryan chips this one to Evander Kane. Still kept in by the Canadiens. Oh my goodness, this is car crash moment kind of deal. And this one's going to go around behind the net. One-timer shot, scores. And, well, Stuart Skinner didn't know where that puck was, and the Oilers weren't moving their feet, and that one ends up in the back of the net. It's 2-0 for the Montreal Canadiens with 16:06 to go in this second period. That was not good at all. As Dananov goes behind, Broberg gets caught behind the net, and I don't even know, I don't know where anyone's. Nurse is drifting back towards the net, and that's a heck of a shot there to score, but you gotta be moving around a little bit more as Nurse is standing still, and the shot comes in, hits Stuart Skinner, but goes into the back of the net, and that's not good at all. So 16:05 to go. Here in this second period, we just crossed 1,000 views on the stream, so at least something happened here good for the Oilers, i.e. me, as we go around behind, as Stuart Skinner will backhand it off the boards. Dylan Holloway will get up into gear. He's got Leon Draisaitl flying with him. Draisaitl is going to battle there against Jekai, as Jordan Harris scores his second goal of the season. That's a nice play there by Zach Hyman to battle this puck off the boards and try and keep this one alive. As there we go. That's a good play there by Hyman to pick up that puck now, but he's stretching for it. And this will be Dylan Holloway battling there, trying to take the man down as the Canadiens are down to a knee and able to come up with the puck. And still again another play there. Nice turnover by Draisaitl, though, able to come up with that puck. Hyman towards the net, shot save there. And this one there to Bouchard. As Draisaitl will work this one across to the front of the net. Can't get it going back door. And this one, Hyman down to Draisaitl. Draisaitl will play it off there, and he is just sealed off from making a play. And this one will go back down into the Oilers' end. 14:55 to go. And this one will go all the way down into the neutral zone where the Canadiens again flip it in. Stuart Skinner out to play it, disrupts the puck all the way back up to somebody in the Oilers' neutral zone, but it hits a Montreal Canadiens stick and goes wide. And this one will go back the other way. The Canadiens will get it going. And this one will be fired around the boards. Nugent Hopkins battling there in behind the net. Trying. Evan Bouchard, though, comes up with that puck, and it'll come across to Philip Broberg. Broberg back on the ice. He'll chip it on down low. And Mike Matheson will play this puck there for the Canadiens, where the Oilers just are not winning a single puck battle in the Canadiens' end unless they're getting a turnover. The shot by Nugent Hopkins, and Jake Allen, as it dribbles through him, makes the save. As that will be a big time save right there. 14:02 to go in this second period for the Oilers. That was a great chance for Hyman. And then this one here, as Draisaitl's saying, hey guys, look, you gotta call some penalties here or something. And that was a weird save for Jake Allen, but it worked out for him. 14 minutes to go here in this second period. Shot fired down. 13:54 to go in the second period. The Oilers battling here. Harvey Pinard coming up with the puck for the Canadiens as they continue to get roughed up around the Oilers zone. And this one is, well, just bouncing around for Nick Suzuki, who was able to fire it in as he gets checked there by McDavid last second. Here's Cody Ceci throwing a little bit of his weight around. And it looks like Cody Ceci will take a holding penalty against the Canadiens 27, who is, I don't know who that is, but is what it is. Cody Ceci, oh yeah, got the arm right under the armpit. That's going to be a penalty every time, that's for sure. Here we go. Let's see here. Boom, boom, 10:50. Just calculating that watch time out, my friends. 4:05. Look at that go. We are well over 50, all the way up to 60 hours watched on the stream already. I missed it that much. Wow, that's that's interesting that I missed it that bad. Normally I don't miss it that bad. Normally we're about that 52, 53 mark by the time I catch it, but that's where we're at today. And friends, we are absolutely pacing along today on the stream. Let me tell you, we're looking for the best viewed hour of the day here on Dolynny TV, and of course the best viewed hour in the past 2 days if everything comes together on the stream right now. So thank you to everybody tuning in this morning. Really appreciate you being along for the ride. I know I say that a lot, but it's quite something when I can command an audience of whatever 70 people for a Sunday morning at 11:40. That's pretty fantastic in my opinion, and thank you for hanging out with me. All right, and as well, friends, if you're in the stream and haven't left a like yet, let me ask you right now if you'd be so kind to leave a like on the stream. Definitely be fantastic if you'd be able to hit that like button, and maybe let's find some more folks that not necessarily able to watch the game and could benefit from the old Dolynny TV stream. As I don't know what was in that last sip of water, but all of a sudden I'm just sitting here having a good old nap. And Connor McDavid, nice. Edmonton Oilers Super Bowl picks. Connor McDavid went with the Elks. Yikes. That guy's a good joke. Leon Draisaitl was pretty heavy with the Eagles. Alright. Let's get this going. Jack Michaels went for Chiefs, and the other two went for the Eagles. All right. Again, if you're wondering about who I've got in the Super Bowl, I don't think anyone's asked that. I got the Eagles. I don't have any money down or anything, but I'm taking the Eagles in this one today. Cody Ceci, the holding penalty, as this one chops right into the net, but not into the back of the net, thankfully. Stuart Skinner able to steer it away with the pillows. 13:15 to go here in this second period of play. 0 for 1 on the power play are the Montreal Canadiens so far this game. So we'd like to try and keep them off the board as much as possible here today. 13 minutes to go in this second period. $1:30 left in the power play. Mike Matheson controls for the Canadiens. He will play it ahead, turn back to Nick Suzuki, who loads it up. And the Canadiens will get into the offensive zone. Warren Foegele attacks the puck and is able to clear it out, and this one back down low to Mike Hoffman. Hoffman will get this one going for the Canadiens, dancing through the neutral zone. This will be a backhand there for Kulak to clear the zone again, and the Oilers penalty killers will go for a quick change right here, right now, with 50 seconds to go in this second period power play for the Montreal Canadiens as they work ahead. Jacky plays it on back to Kirby Dach. Dach will skate through the middle of the ice and look to wind up and get something going. Here's the chance for Mike Hoffman. We'll play it back down low. Jacky over to Nick Suzuki. Suzuki back down low. Suzuki goes back to the point now to Jacky, and the chance comes over to Hoffman. Jacky was absolutely lit up, and that will be a save for Stuart Skinner. Skinner big time holding on to that puck, making sure it didn't go anywhere on him. Friends, we are absolutely crushed along here on this stream, let me tell you. I appreciate everybody being along. That's I can't say that enough. When the streams are going good like they have yesterday and today, I cannot say enough how much I appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out with me. Despite the Oilers being down 2-0 and really not giving us much to talk about here. This one is no Tyson Barrie on the bench for the Oilers. This one will go across, and the Canadiens will play this one to the near side. The rebound scores. just like that, Josh Anderson has scored to make it 3-0 on the power play for the Montreal Canadiens. And yeah, that looks like pretty much going to be the end of the night for me here after the end of the second period. I don't got nothing left to gain seeing the Oilers lose this one. And I mean, that's tough. That's tough. Just one of those things. The shot, the rebound, and Darnell Nurse and Vinny Desharnais don't clear out the crease fast enough. Of course, Josh Anderson's just hanging out there in the crease, and he's going to smack that one-time rebound home. And Stuart Skinner gets beat for a third time today. I wonder if it gets to 4, if the Oilers do indeed throw in Jack Campbell. I know that it's been on a back-to-back. I doubt they will, but I would wonder if Jack Campbell's on standby for the next goal given up, if indeed the Oilers give up a goal here. 11:22 to go here in this 11:22 left in this second period. Obviously, if the Oilers get one here immediately and then maybe get another one before the end of the second period, that would change a lot in my mind. As here comes Dylan Holloway in behind the Oilers net. He's going to chip it ahead into the neutral zone where that's Zach Hyman trying to meet that puck. He can't get it going. And now Leon Draisaitl will come up with this puck. He's going to go back into the offensive zone, drift around. He's going to go around, try to get it going, but he's sealed off there. And looks like Leon Draisaitl's fighting it, man. Leon Draisaitl's fighting something here this game. Something's going on. Joe's saying Tyson Barrie just got traded. Never know. As the Oilers will play this one ahead. Tyson Barrie clears this one back the other way for Connor McDavid. Zach Hyman in on net. Good chance, but couldn't score the goal. Connor McDavid back to the blue line. As McDavid will go wind around the net. He's looking for the wraparound dealio here. He's going to come to the neutral zone. And we've got a cross-track coming up against the Oilers. And now all of a sudden Evander Kane wants a piece. And here we go. Everybody's in. Vinny Desharnais wants a piece. And here we go. This is how the Oilers change the tide. And Vinny Desharnais in Montreal has dropped the gloves. He's got Arber Xhekaj in this fight right now. Xhekaj landing the first couple of punches. Vinny Desharnais over the top lands two. Xhekaj continues with the rights. And Desharnais just throws him to the ground. Let's go. You know what? We're down 3-0, but it don't matter in a moment like that. The Oilers get going, and suddenly now watch out what's about to happen here. You're down to one right-hand shot, or two right-hand shot D-men. Sorry, I forget that we're doing the 11-7 thing, but that's what you want to see out of the Oilers right there. Go out there and battle that one through, and it looks like they've roughed up Xhekaj, broke a finger or something. So don't mind me at all. That is a huge time get for the Oilers, and it's after that cross-checking minor by Evander Kane, who takes him down in front. And that is a good get for the Oilers. And I'm not seeing anything here about Tyson Barrie being off on the bench, but there we go. We like to see that all day. Here we go. Xhekaj's down the tunnel, so the Oilers lose Kane, lose Vinny Desharnais, but also the Canadiens lose What in the heck happened here? It looks like we're going to skate 4-on-4. Looks like we're going to skate 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, even strength, when it all comes around to it. And look at that. Xhekaj and Desharnais go. And hey, you know what? For Vinny Desharnais, he'll never forget fighting in his hometown for his first ever scrap. That's not bad at the NHL level when he can do it back home. And there's Tyson Barrie waiting to come on the ice. Tyson Barrie waiting to come back on. And there's Dad looking on in approval. There we go. 10:03 to go. The Oilers have gotten the job done here. Obviously, like we said, everything the Oilers do in terms of changing the tide lately over this past 12-game streak has been fighting and hitting and battling and scrumming, and the Oilers do it right here down 3-0. So with half a hockey game to go, let's find out if they're going to be able to do the job now. All right, the Oilers going to get to work here all of a sudden in the offensive zone, looking to find a puck on net here if they can, as Nugent Hopkins out there cycling around. This one's going to be McDavid back to Warren Foegele. Foegele across to Nugent Hopkins. There's a penalty coming to the Canadiens almost immediately out of this, as that one just drifts wide of the net on the tip. And this one will go back the other way into the Oilers zone. Foegele trying to come up with this puck, but the Canadiens will indeed touch it up and take their penalty right here, right now. That was a... I'm still buzzing. Sorry, now people are texting me about my Super Bowl party later today, but there will be a penalty to the Montreal Canadiens and a power play for the Oilers, and suddenly, just like that, they have a chance to get right back into this, but not before we head to a commercial break. Friends, with that, I will also ask, if you're new to the channel and you've been enjoying the stream so far, I know it's been a choppy one. Sorry, these 10:30 starts, not exactly used to it. Normally I have a full day worth of work to get up and get going, but if you're new to the channel, I'd love to have you aboard. If you'd consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. We're up to 10,526 last time I checked, which means we have absolutely blitzed up over the past couple of days here in the last 24 hours, gaining over 32 subscribers, now over 33, so don't mind me at all. We've had ourselves a pretty productive past few days here on this fine weekend. Always a good time when you can sit here and see the back end numbers that I have seen this weekend so far. Obviously the last 48 hours very kind here on Dolynny TV, and that's no small part thanks to all of you watching back home today, that's for sure. And everybody that watched yesterday, and everybody that watched the video yesterday, and everything like that. Alright, 6-5. Let's get going. Divided by 60. 72.27 hours on the stream today. That's pretty solid for being only halfway through the second period. We'll be on in like 30ish. Just replying, I've now got people texting me about Mr. Erik Karlsson. So it's Jonathan Drouin who takes the penalty. And here's Josh Anderson. Oh, Josh Anderson takes the roughing call for punching Kane in the head with the glove on. That makes sense. And I don't think Tyson Barrie got traded. I think he was just standing out. He had an equipment issue as far as we understand. And Arbor Jekai with 9 career NHL fights so far in his rookie season. And this one's going to be played back down low to Mr. Connor McDavid, who goes down low to Leon Draisaitl, sorry. And this will be Nugent Hopkins battling along the boards, trying to find this puck. Now a chance for McDavid. He's going to sift through. Evan Bouchard fires the shot. Can't get it going, and the hooking call to Jonathan Drouin has started a flurry for the Oilers, who only have 12 shots so far this period, and 6 of them on, or 12 shots so far this game, with 7 of them coming on the power play so far, as Leon Draisaitl battles this puck, and now it's a breakaway back the other way, but the Canadiens, tired, will go for a long distance throw of the puck, and now with a buck 12 to go, Bouchard skates this one back to Connor McDavid, who still can't seem to get anything past Jake Allen. Oh, the dipsy doodle, the follow-up by Hyman, and that was absolute unreal magic there by Connor McDavid, but the Oilers could not solve Jake Allen, who stood right there with him. You know, every other goalie is always beat by that, and Jake Allen, for some reason, having a good one tonight. And Nugent Hopkins able to come up with this puck back to Connor McDavid. 14 shots now in the game for Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers. Played it in front, couldn't keep it in front were the Oilers. Now a chance for McDavid. He'll go across to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins down to Evan Bouchard. Nuge overshoots, fires, blocked. And now McDavid will play this one back to the blue line. Bouchard gets it going. And Bouchard will see this one go, escape the zone. 7:46 to go as it's played right up the gut. Here's Zach Hyman going right through. He's drawing another penalty. Draisaitl scores. Just like that, with a penalty coming up, Leon Draisaitl has scored a goal, and now we've got another scrum in behind the net. Let's go, baby. Let's go. The Oilers getting engaged and getting battling out there. The power play unit scrumming it up after scoring a goal, and you love to see it. 7:38 to go here in this second period, and the Oilers have somehow, with a 3-0 Montreal Canadiens lead, turned it into a 3-1, and the Canadiens are some kind of frustrated. There's Mr. McDavid. Dad McDavid is who I'm talking about. And look at this. That move by Connor McDavid just about tucked it home. But wow, this game is starting to turn on a dime, and it's all thanks to Vinny Desharnais and a little bit of rough stuff from Evander Kane. And you like to see it, that's for sure, as the Oilers play it right ahead to Zach Hyman, who gets drawn right into the net. And then after taking one goalie out, he does a good job to avoid it. But Leon Draisaitl gets it going. Hyman kicks it free to Draisaitl, and it ends up in the back of the net as Hyman was driven into the net. And the Oilers continue to just find ways, and that's all we're asking them to do here. 7:38 to go in this second period. Martin St. Louis asking for this goal to be reviewed. It's another play involving Zach Hyman in the crease, and we will have another review. But I think here it would be a 5-on-3 if the Montreal Canadiens were to lose this challenge. So this is where this could turn on a dime for the Oilers, is they could score 3 straight power play goals in the span of like 3 minutes, and somehow, some way, end up taking a big old tie into the intermission, or if not, a 4-3 lead. I mean, I'm counting my chickens before they hatch, but for the Oilers, there's a lot hinging on what happens with this review right now. And now this is all how it's got to be figured out. Jordan Harris in the box. So it's a good goal on the ice, and Montreal has taken a hooking call. Okay, cool. Another power play, and that's the Oilers' strategy, right? They have somehow, someway found a way down 3-0, get their feet moving, get up in the faces of the Canadiens, frustrate them, make them take penalties, and give the league's best power play some power play opportunities. Hey, you know what? You don't want to get burnt on the power play. Don't take stupid penalties. That's all it comes down to, and the Oilers look like they have taken an icing call here, or at least an offside. So, the Oilers sparking themselves here with a big scrap between Vinny Desharnais and Arbor Jekai, and now they're going to try and capitalize here and make it a 3-2 game, as Leon Draisaitl will get it going. 7:24 to go here in this second period of play. It's fired all the way down to Stuart Skinner, 8th fastest Euro to 80 points in a season. So that's stat for Leon Draisaitl. As Connor McDavid gets across the blue line, he's going to bust in, and he is going to draw another penalty, a hooking call on Connor McDavid. So there we go. The Canadiens will take a 5-on-3 shift. And I mean, this is, to anyone that's saying in Gillies TV, you're saying start skating. I think it all comes down to getting physically engaged. It's not even about, like, I know they're skating way better now, but when they got physically engaged a few minutes ago there, that's what's turned this game on a dime. And right, that was what we were saying, is the Oilers weren't physical enough. Somebody said that earlier in the chat. Now all of a sudden we have a fight, we have everything, and now a 5-on-3 for the Edmonton Oilers, a hooking call against Savard. And McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman, the regular cast and crew will take the shift. $1.24 as the puck is cleared right down onto Stuart Skinner. It's been crazy how many goalies have been hit with clearing pucks in the past little bit here into watching Oilers games, as McDavid goes back down to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl looks to curl the puck to Tyson Barrie, who's back out there after an equipment issue. McDavid plays it down to Nugent Hopkins. Across one-timer, Draisaitl stopped by Allen. You saw the stop coming, though. And now Draisaitl will play this puck back around the boards high. He will go back to McDavid. McDavid with 53 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Nugent Hopkins back to McDavid across. One-timer. Big glove save from Jake Allen, but it comes into possession for Leon Draisaitl. Back to Connor McDavid. McDavid down low. He will look, try to come up. Barry's firing the shot, blasted, and it's cleared out. But the Oilers absolutely pounding shot after shot on net here on this 5-on-3, and the Canadiens still down for the next 28 seconds. 5-on-3. Here's McDavid cutting towards the net. He's going to fire the shot right off the pads. It's another shot, but another save for Jake Allen. And now Leon Draisaitl will sift into the zone looking to fire a shot. He'll go across to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins back to Draisaitl. The shot's flipped up and out of play off the stick of a Montreal Canadien in front. FC and Homelander, welcome in. Hope all's going well tonight, this afternoon, this morning. And we are definitely got a jump in our step now for the Oilers. Do they ever? They are walking around there rocking it in the Montreal Canadiens zone on this power play right now, this 5-on-3. And here's McDavid trying to cut to the front of the net. Couldn't get it going there, though. That was a tight play. And now Leon Draisaitl will take the face-off for the Oilers with 9 seconds left in the two-man advantage. The puck is won back to the point. Evan Bouchard goes for Leon Draisaitl. 4 seconds to go. Connor McDavid, he is going to drag down low to Zach Hyman's open area, but couldn't get it going to him. And now McDavid will try and play this puck. Fresh leg on the ice there for the Montreal Canadiens, and they will clear it down. And just like that, the Oilers fail to capitalize on the 5-on-3. And we would have liked to see that if they could have done that. But here's the second power play unit out on the ice. Ryan McLeod scrolling around the zone. Chance now for Bouchard. Bouchard's going to go down low to Evander Kane. Kane's going to play this puck around the boards. Now to Darnell Nurse. Nurse back to Kane. Fires the shot. Scores! Just like that, Evander Kane finds some open ice. And it is 3-2 for the Edmonton Oilers. The second power play unit, 5-on-5, gets the goal. And you like to see that. Evander Kane keeps his streak going here. He's had a pretty good little hot streak over the past few games, and he scores another big one for the Oilers. 3-2, just like that. Look at that pass from Darnell Nurse, and it finds just open space as Kane wheels around the zone and just fires the shot. And look at that one, just right through the top shoulder of Jake Allen, and the Oilers have cut it to a 3-2 lead for the Montreal Canadiens. Far from dead in the water now, and it all comes back to get rough, get tough, get tumbly, and the Oilers have done that with the Vinny Desharnais fight. Couple of cross checks from Kane, and 5 seconds later, force an icing call against the Montreal Canadiens. I thought I was going to have to head out here. I did not think this game was headed in this direction, but it looks like for the Oilers, we've got ourselves a chance to actually get back into this game and win it here this afternoon against the Montreal Canadiens. Don't mind me at all. That's what we want to see out of the Oilers, who have now cut the shot lead 24 to 19 for the Montreal Canadiens with 4:56 to go here in this second period. The Oilers scramble up the face-off. They win it. The shot's fired, blocked in front, and now the Canadiens will come back the other way. This one an opportunity for the Oilers to get on the attack, as Darnell Nurse will chance to play it here. Get through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone. Full skate, full length of the ice skate for Darnell Nurse, who almost turns that puck over. Instead, it comes to the near side boards to Warren Foegele, who pokes it ahead. Instead, though, gets past him, and now it's a 2-on-1 back the other way as Foegele gets to the near side man. And that will be a good recovery there for the Oilers as we continue to rock and roll here. And Mr. Warren Foegele fires it down in the neutral zone. And the Oilers continue to do their thing here in this second period, coming alive. The power plays help and all, but biggest thing was the Oilers needed to physically engage. They did that, and I would not be surprised to see the Oilers lead the NHL in fighting majors by the end of this season, the way this past few weeks has come together for the Oilers, as this one will be battled there. Really all comes back to that those games against the Kraken there earlier in January, realistically, but then it also comes down to that couple of stretch in California. So here comes Evander Kane in on the attack. Ryan McLeod gets it back to the blue line. Brett Kulak will fire this puck down low. Can't get it going towards the net, so that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And yeah, just like that, Miles, it's a game for the Oilers as Dylan Holloway will play this one right here. This one will be stick whacked out of a hand. No penalty upcoming against the Oilers. Puck's tipped into the Montreal Canadiens end. Dylan Holloway coming up with this puck. He's trying to battle there. Can't seem to figure it out. So now the Oilers seeing this one rimmed around the defensive zone of the Canadiens. And they get through the neutral. Nice zone entry shot. Save by Skinner, who's looking for that 900 save percentage. And he's got to start making save after save after save if he wants to get it going. Draisaitl and Evander Kane get the two big goals for the Edmonton Oilers to put us back in this hockey game 3-2. Alright, let me see what we got for watch time here, friends. Then I'll send you an ad quickly and we'll see what we got going on here. 1390. Where are we at? 1390 times 3 point. 3 point. What am I trying to calculate? 3.85 divided by 60. Oh, yeah. 89.2 hours watched on the stream. Don't mind that at all. And friends, I'll throw you an ad now and we'll just quickly send you this ad as well. If you're new to the channel and tuning in for the first time, hey, I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. Of course, we'll have the post game following this game wrapping up, but secondary to that, just throw you a kind of note on how things run. There's a lot of Oilers content on Dolynny TV, not just live streams, so I'd encourage you to come back and check that all out. Anyway, friends, as we come together here in this late second period, just a check of where we are sitting at with the subscriber mark, 10-5-30. So just like that, we are up over a nice little marker right there, 10-5-30. We're crushing along today. Thank you so much for being along for the ride. Just to update who got the assists on those two markers by the Oilers, because that would throw you for a loop. It was Evan Bouchard and Zach Hyman, the assists on the Leon Draisaitl 30th goal of the season, Zach Hyman's 36th assist, and Evan Bouchard's 16th. And then Evander Kane, 9th goal of the season from Darnell Nurse's 21st assist of the year, and Evan Bouchard picks up assist number 17 as well. So there's the major part of the game right there, is that scrum that turns out to be a big time fight for Mr. Vinny Desharnais. We don't mind that at all. Now that shot by Evander Kane, that is just head up hockey right there. Just, you know what, see an opportunity to fire a puck when the goalie's not necessarily paying attention. He fires it and it goes back in the net, which is huge. And now Leon Draisaitl will get this puck one back for the Oilers. Fired to the near side boards in the neutral zone. And the Oilers try to do their best here. And now the LA Kings game is being mentioned here on the broadcast, if I heard correctly. Evan Bouchard fires the shot. He can't get it on net. So now another chance here for McDavid to come up with his puck off the pass from Broberg. The tip in front by Hyman. Can't beat Allen. And that's where we're looking for right now, is for this puck to go. And now we've got a penalty upcoming against the Oilers. An interference call against, I believe, Evan Bouchard. And I'm not sure what that exactly is. Now the referees maybe starting to take this game over a little bit here. I mean, thing is, right, is once the penalties start coming in full force, yes, are they helping the Oilers? Am I glad for that? For sure, but at the same rate too is the Oilers got to be able to figure it out 5-on-5 in the playoffs, so that's really all it is. And chip and charge by Anderson, and then Bouchard holds him up. So that's a totally legal play on Connor McDavid, but not on Josh Anderson apparently, as the Oilers will go here and try and get this going out of the zone. This one a nice play right up the gut to Darnell Nurse, who's activating on the 4-on-5. Interference to Evan Bouchard. And this one, Matthias Janmark now chasing this puck down in the Canadiens' end. Looking to try and do something here with killing off time off the clock. Can't seem to find out, but it's going back the other way, as this one will be played ahead by Nick Suzuki. Over to Mike Hoffman. Hoffman finds Harvey Pinard, and now Kirby Dach will come up with this puck all the way back in the Canadiens' end. Canadiens almost able to lose that puck as Kirby Dach does indeed lose that puck. And now the Canadiens will set up the attack going back the other way. And this one will get through the neutral zone. The Canadiens in on the attack will go to the near side boards. Hoffman looking to sift back to the point. Canadiens setting up the zone time now. This one will go to the far side dots. Now Matheson fires the shot, scores. Tips in front or something. And it ends up going back of the net right there. And it's 4-2, another power play goal for the Montreal Canadiens with $1:19 to go in this second period of play. So there it is. This one goes back and it tips off of Harvey Pinard's legs, I guess. Or a stick. Yeah, no, it is the stick of Harvey Pinard that gets the puck going back to the net. And that one just a weird bounce off a stick in the high slot. And now a chance here with $1:19 to go in this second period. The Oilers will try and win this face-off. They fire the shot right onto Stuart Skinner. And there you go. 1:14 to go here in this second period. And the Canadiens have 10 players out of the lineup right now. And this will be Evan Bouchard playing this puck ahead. Evander Kane goes cutting through the middle. Jake Allen out to play it. Connor McDavid back on that puck right away. He will skate back to Leon Draisaitl, who gets it going to Philip Broberg. 57 seconds to go here in this second period as the Canadiens fire back the other way. Tipped on down low. Bouchard does his best to game the man into not recovering the puck. And this one, the referee loses track of where that puck was and turns the puck over for the Oilers, as Kane will fire this one right into the middle of the ice. This one bounces right onto the tape of Leon Draisaitl as here comes Connor McDavid. The shot blocked in front. 31 seconds to go here in this second period. The Oilers will keep it going behind the net, and they are trying to battle here and get the job done. And Darnell Nurse will see it chip back to center ice. And Evander Kane will play this one far side. Bounces off a stick there, and the Oilers will see this one exit the zone probably for the final time in this second period. And that will be all the way down back to the Canadiens right here. And will be sent down the length of the ice. And my friends, I got no gas left. I will tell you, I have been out of gas the entire live stream, but I think at the end of 2, down 4-2, now would probably be a good time for me to head out and get started on my Sunday with laundry during the intermission, get started with some other stuff, and hopefully get on with an Oilers victory. So thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. Really appreciate everybody being along for the ride here. As I was hoping to make it through the full game. I'm not going to be able to do it, as I'm just starting to not be able to even say words at this point. So thank you so much for tuning in, friends.